Think it's a game.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is like my 30th time shooting this shit, and honestly I'm tired. So without further ado, let's get this motherfucking video started. Okay, so this is a really long awaited story time. So for those of you who don't know, I go to Syracuse University, and as of right now I am a sophomore, and this is my second time around this shit. I don't even know. I'm really fumbled with my words right now because I'm really frustrated. I've done shot this video like 30 times and it still was not listening. So at this point, y'all just about to get what y'all get. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sandra, and last year I was in a very terrible roommate situation. Like, y'all be seeing those videos with like horror roommate? Like, I was really going through some shit last semester with my roommate. So basically we was rooming together. I never met shorty before. Like I was supposed to be in the room by myself, and I got a notification like literally the week before school, like, you have a roommate. I was just like, what the fuck? Okay, so like she texted me my email, and then she was like, yo, I'm your roommate. I'm like, cool. We did a little basic chit chat here and there, nothing too crazy. And then I never heard from shorty again. Mind you, I was trying to text her to like see like if she wanted to get room decorations for the room so that our room kind of looks together. I'm a really big decorator. My room looks sad right now, but the other side is popping. Stay tuned for the room tour. I'm not been saying that shit for man long, but really stay tuned. Like, so basically, fast forward, I never heard from her the rest of the summer. We moved in, and I did not see her till we were I would say like the day before classes. She finally came into the room. She like introduced herself. I said hi. I was like, oh, okay, cool, nice to meet you, you know, calm little basic chit chat. But I could really feel the vibe right away that we was not about to be close, because I feel like rooming with black girls, it could really go either way. Like, especially when two black girls are in a room together, it's either y'all really about to be friends or y'all not. Like, the spectrum is like literally split. Either y'all gonna be friends, y'all gonna fuck with each other, or y'all just gonna end up hating each other. And guess where we ended up on that spectrum? Now I'm not gonna, let me not spoil the story. So basically, I would say like the day of classes, she like brought her boyfriend, and then she was like, oh, this is my man. I was like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. We're gonna call him Brad. So basically Brad was like, nice to meet you, and then son go bite his lip at me. So I'm just like, okay. And like, he was really trying to maintain eye contact, and I'm just like, sis, your man, get him. But I'm not gonna lie, he was a little cute, like, but you know, I'm not a trifling hoe. So basically she introduced me to him, and then I was just like, nice to meet you, I'm Sandra. And then he was like, nice to meet you. He was cute though, tall, brown skin, tatted up. If you know me, you know I got a thing for tattoos. Tatted up, earrings, like, he looked good. I was like, as you fucking should, you know, as you should, sis. So after she introduced me to Brad, I just started noticing a pattern where like he was always sleeping over. Like, he would literally be in our room from the morning till the night. When we both had classes, son was in the room like when he wanted to. Like, it was literally bad to the point where like she was working, and then like he would be in the room while she was at work. So like I would come home every day to like him in the room. And like I kind of got uncomfortable, because it's like my room's supposed to be like my safe space where I could just come in and like, you know, just be at peace after a long day. And I couldn't even do that. Like, a bitch couldn't even get butt ass naked in her room because shorty man sleeping right next door. Like, I wanted to bring it up to her attention, but like, you know, shorty, like, her phone, she was telling me her phone was broken, and I was just like, okay, then I'll just figure out a way to like talk to you about it. And I was like, oh, can we have a talk? She was like, yeah. We never had to talk. Basically, son was basically living with us. And then I think a month later, I found out that she gave him a copy to our dorm room. So basically he could come in and out whenever he pleased because he got the room to our key. He got the key to our room. So he was basically coming in and out whenever he felt like it. He brought in his clothes. He brought in his Xbox. Son was basically just living with us. And I'm not the type to complain because I didn't have an open double. Like, I had a split double, so which meant, like, there was a wall that separated my side and her side. But there was still, like, space for us to see each other. Although, like, our beds were blocked off. So I couldn't see what they was doing on their side. They can't see what I'm doing on mine. But we had, like, this common area where, like, we both had to meet to get out the room. So when I would walk in, I would notice that he's there because his shoes be there, his Xbox is hooked up, and he just yelling at the shit. And I'm just like, oh God, like, imagine not even being able to, like, be in your own room and be at peace in your own room. Like, that shit was so fucking annoying. So afterwards, I got a notification from Facebook. It was like, oh, you got a friend request. So I'm like, okay, who sent me a friend request? Why I go look and it's that Brad. And I'm just like, how the fuck did you find me? Because one, I'm not friends with your shorty on Facebook. And two, we have no mutual friends. So how did you find me? But the night that he sent me the friend request, he kept calling me on Facebook Messenger. And I didn't pick up because I'm like, why are you calling me? And she wasn't there because I guess she was at work. So I was just like, why are you calling me? And he kept calling me and calling me. So I'm like, damn, let me just figure out what son wants. So I pick up and he's like, yo, I'm locked up outside. I need you to sign me in. And I'm just like, oh, okay. He was like, I left my Xbox and I just want to go get it. I was just like, all right. So I went downstairs and I signed him and he was like, thank you, I appreciate it. I was like, you're welcome. He was like, you should really accept my friend request on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that because you're my roommate's boyfriend. Like, I don't think shorty would be cool with us being friends on Facebook. Like, why do we need to be friends on Facebook for? So he was just like, understood or whatever. So he came upstairs, got his shit, and then he left. But he was like, right before he was walking out, he was like, yo, you should really hit me up sometime. So I'm just like, so everything I just said downstairs while we was talking just went in through this side and came out this side. Like, what part of I'm not niggas? So I didn't accept his friend request and like he would just keep texting me and like literally son was really having a whole conversation with himself in my inbox. And then me and my roommate situation low-key just got tense. I guess she was going through stuff with him. When I tell you their relationship was really so toxic, like it was really toxic. Let's start off by saying that Brad was really a serial cheater. Like son was really cheating on her with everybody. Like she would come home from work, call him, blacking on him on the phone, like, you need to stop on my dad. Yo, this was her favorite thing to say. She was like, oh my dad, grandmother, you gotta stop fucking playing with me. Like, you cheating on me, you making me look dumb. This is not the first time you did this. Like, you always doing this, you have me looking stupid. And I felt bad because I'm like, I personally, once you cheat on me, it's clear for you. Get the fuck out. Pack your shit. Skedaddle, bro. Skedaddle. Like, why are you still here? But I guess they've been together for a really long time because while I was creeping, I found out that they was together for like 2-3 years. So I'm like, I understand the years is there, the emotional bond is there, like, yeah, it's just there. So that was very understandable. It was just like, you know, maybe it's gonna take shorty a while to leave. But, you know, shit just kept getting worse and worse. So like they would argue and he would come over the same night and then they would just make up. Like, I was just like, what type of dysfunctional ass, bipolar ass, unhealthy ass, toxic ass buffoonery is this? Like, they will literally fight in the afternoon and he will be over in the night, spending the night, like nothing ever happened. I was just like, oh no, this is not it. So, Brad just kept on, like, basically, like, egging on his, like, advances. So, like, when she would be at work, he would come over. And, like, I would never get a warning when he was coming over. It's been so many times, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I would think I have the room to myself. Like, I come out the shower, I'm getting dressed in my room, and he would really, like, just walk in the room. I'm, like, naked, and I had to panic, run to the side so I could hide. And then he would be like, yo, my fault. And then I was on FaceTime with my friend one time, my friend Brittany, and I was trying on clothes, I think. No. I just came out the shower. I was on the phone with her. We was FaceTiming. And then I was like lotioning myself and he walked in the room and I was just like, and then he was like literally standing behind me, like just staring me down and like licking his lips. And then as soon as he walked over to her side, my friend was like, yo, why the fuck was he staring at you for that long? And I'm like, bro, this shit never ends. Like, he's a fucking creep. Like, son really be there trying to, like, I don't even know, just fucking sexing me with his eyes. And that shit was just really uncomfortable. Like, you can't even be comfortable in your own skin. Like, you have a random weird ass nigga just staring you down every time you fucking naked. Like, that shit was terrible. Like, so I got to the point where I had to, like, get dressed in the whole bathroom before I came. And if you live in a dorm, you know how fucking disgusting communals are. Like it was just terrible. Like, a bitch getting PTSD thinking about this shit. So fast forward, and I will never forget, it was one night we no, it wasn't actually, it was in the morning, and he had slept over, and like I woke up to them arguing. This is also like a regular thing, them arguing. I woke up to them arguing. I'm like, what the fuck happening now? So like they're going back and forth, but like this time is lower, and then all I hear is, I'm like, oh shit. So like I hear like scuffling, and then I start hearing crying, and then I was just like, there's no way that this nigga is beating her up right now. And like literally I just kept hearing this, and like I was literally in shock, and I'm so mad at myself because I feel like I should have stepped in and did something. But she was like whispering, she was whimpering while crying. She's like, you really about to beat me up while she's in this room? And like I was just like, this is not happening. Like I was in such shock. Like I put this on God. Like I was really, it was just, I don't even have the words. So like he was like punching her back and forth, and then they started scuffling, and she was like crying. She was like, stop. And like I literally, as I was getting up off the bed to like finally intervene, she like leaves the room, and then like he like follows right after. So like I was like, fuck, how am I supposed to like try to help her? Cause he's like right there, and I'm like, if I intervene right now, this nigga's out here punching bitches, I'm gonna get punched in my face, and I'm not about to get punched in my face. As like selfish as that sounds, I put my safety first. But I will never ever like stand by while somebody else was getting hurt. So like I jump off of the bed, and then he come back in the room. So I'm like, all right, this is my chance. So I leave the room, and then like I hear her in the bathroom crying. So I go to the bathroom. She has a black eye, busted lip, and she was just bleeding. And I'm like, oh shit, like I'm not imagining shit. So I'm like, please stay here. Like I was begging her. I was like, please, like let me help you. I don't want you to go back to the room. Like I don't want you to go back to him, because this is fucked up. Like I'm not about to sit here while he's beating on you. She's like, no, it's fine, I'm okay. I'm like, please. And she like literally walked away from me, went right back to the room, and then they left together. And then I was just like, I was literally in shock the whole day. And then I texted her. I was like, yo, when you come home, can we please talk? Like I'm honestly scared for you. She's like, oh, I'm okay, it's my fault. I should have never egged him on. I should have never like did that. I was like, it's never your fault, but can we please talk when we get home? I literally did not see her for like 2 days, and then she finally came back, and then I went over to her side. I'm like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? He was like, yeah, we hashed it out. It's not like, it's my fault. I should have never did that. I was like, you should never feel like it's your fault. He should never put hands on you in the first place. No matter how escalated the argument is, it should be no reason why he laid hands on you in the first fucking place. She like, it's okay. I'm like, all right, but next time this happened, like I had to report it. So we gonna fast forward, and this was around like winter break. Mind you, he's still blowing up my phone, still like texting me like, I want you. Like I was, and I really, like one time I remember I texted back, I'm like, you have no respect. Like your girlfriend is my roommate. You just, why are you like really like still trying? He's like, I want you, we not even together no more, fuck that bitch. I'm like, no, that's still no excuse. Like what type of fairy tale land you live in? You think I'ma just up and leave with you, and me and Shorty staying in the same room? Like what type of delusional ass shit are you on? And it was one time I was in my neighbor's room, and we were talking, and she was like, yo, it's like your roommate okay? I'm like, what you mean? She's like, what you call it, we see her boyfriend here all the time, and like we just wondering, like she just be looking so sad all the time. I'm like, and I personally, I'm not the type to want to share people's business. So I'm like, oh, they just going through some stuff right now, like it's gonna be okay. I think they're gonna be fine. Like, cause I'm not the type to like want to go spread everybody's business. It's not my type of thing. So basically they were telling me how like he'd be chilling in the hallway trying to talk to them. And then one time one of my neighbors, they brought it up to him. They were like, yo, aren't you Sandra's roommate's boyfriend? And he's like, oh nah, that's just my cousin. Nigga, yo, what? Yo, she was like, yeah. He was like, oh, that Samantha is just his cousin. And I'm like, that is not his fucking cousin. They're together. And then I pulled up like her page and I was like, cousins do this? It's a whole cover flick. And then they're like, yeah, we didn't believe him in the first place. I'm like, I shouldn't have. That son is not only is he an abuser, he's a cheater, he's a fucking liar. And I'm just like, this situation is just so toxic and I just want to help her. So it was during winter break. I get a text message from her. She like, oh, how you not gonna tell me that he was blowing up your phone? Like, you're so fake. I can't believe that he was texting you like this and you never brought it up to my attention. We're done. Like, I'm not speaking to you again. I was just like, okay. And I was just really upset because I'm like, how are you going to be mad at me over something that your nigga is doing? He's blowing up my phone, but yet you're upset with me for the fact that he's texting me. She's like, oh, you should have blocked him. You should have brought it to my attention. How the fuck was I going to bring it to your attention, shorty, when you don't have a phone because he's always breaking that shit and you never here for me to talk to you, and every time I try to talk to you, you just block me off. So literally, I would say from January till April, we were in the room dead silent. We never spoke. We would only see each other when we were coming in and out the room. It was literally so tense in the room that I hated being in my room. Like, and he was still coming over. Still, like, he would do things where he would like steal her car. She would be on the phone at 3 in the morning blacking on him to bring the car back. He wouldn't bring the car back. And I was just like, this is crazy. Like, it's so much happening and I just want to help, but you don't want my help. And I just felt so like, I felt like I was cornered in a sense, and I don't want to put myself as the victim because I am not the victim here, she is. But it was just like, it's just hard seeing all of this happening in front of you and you can't do anything to stop it. So I would say around April, they had gotten into another altercation. There were many mini altercations throughout the year, but of course, every time I offered my assistance, she just shut me down. It was so bad to the point where I wanted to like go downstairs and see if I could get him banned from the building, because I'm like, this is not healthy. But like, she would always go back to him and I just felt like it would just be on my part. Like, I'm gonna look dumb if I like try to help her. So I just never I just let go of the thought and I just dismissed it. But I just really wanted him to get him banned from the room, and she just wasn't having it. And I just felt unsafe because I'm like, I have a nigga who's beating your ass like right next door. If I ever was to interfere, he'd probably beat my ass too. Like, at the time, the boy that I was with, he was ready to come up there. He like, yo, like you need somebody to come boom at him? I'm like, nah, it's not that serious. Like, but he really I honestly find him as a pussy, and he's like a little bitch, like, for putting hands on a female. So it was finally I'm so sorry, I just got on a tangent, I just rambled. But I would say around April, they had gotten into one of their little altercations again, and this time it was both her eyes were black and her face was swollen, busted lip again, black lip. And my neighbor, she was like, yo, can I talk to you? I'm like, what's up? They're like, yo, is everything all right with your roommate? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, I saw her in the bathroom and she had 2 black eyes, busted lip, and I tried to offer her help and she was like, I'm okay, I don't need any help. And I'm like, girl, I've tried to talk to her, she's just not hearing it. So then she was like, I really want to get her some help. So they basically I don't know if she ended up noticing, but me and my floor basically just got together and we're secretly trying to do emotional support and having I guess to try to come over, see if she wants to hang out. But of course she would shut us down every time. We just try to be there for her so that she's not always with him all the time. And I don't know, one day it just finally snapped to her and she finally, I would say, walk away. But I don't know, well, from that April to May, she walked away and sis found herself a new nigga She was actually happier now. And then she like, we like hashed out our beef, like basically us, like the little tension we had. Like she really told me like, don't ever speak about me when you're on the phone, like with your friends. Mind you, it's because this is so like off from like where I started at. But anyway, she was like, don't ever mention my name when you on the phone. But it's like, it was no way not to mention her. Like, I was away for school for the first time. My mom gonna ask me, how are you? How's your roommate? Of course, I'm gonna be like, my roommate's fine. Like, how you don't want me to mention your name when, like, I live with you? How? But she finally, for that last month, she finally let go. And we finally had a chance to, like, talk. And, like, we finally started the process of being friends again. But she was finally happy. She finally walked away. And I was just really, like, happy for her. Like, at peace for her. And, like, moral of the story is, although we didn't get along and, like, she was very, like, hostile. I'm not gonna lie. I probably wasn't the perfect roommate. I was on my shit, too. Like, I was very loud at sometimes. Like, I had company over while she was there. And I guess that made her feel uncomfortable. So, like, we just wasn't the right fit for each other. And although now like we're cool, it's just like being in that situation and seeing all these circumstances happen, I just really was just very like uncomfortable. Like I really hated being in my room. Like I was always in my friend's room, sleeping over in my friend's room, because I just hated just being in my room because of this. Now we're, I guess, cool, not really cool, I don't know, we're just acquaintances, barely. She texted me happy birthday for my birthday, which I appreciated, because I didn't know if we were like there yet. And like she like hits me up here and there for like parties, which I'm really happy about, because the whole year she never went out. Like she was always in the room after work, she was always with him. And like I wanted to invite her to parties, but he was the type of nigga like, you're not going nowhere, you're not partying. Like very like controlling. But I'm just happy that she was able to walk away. But I do think that they're back together. But honestly, I don't even know. But to end it off, I just want to say, if you are in an abusive relationship or you are with somebody who's very controlling and you're not happy, it is okay to walk away. There are so many circumstances, so many restraining orders we can do to protect yourself. And I'm not like trying to bash anybody for like, you know, being in an abusive relationship, because it is hard. And I know it's hard to walk away, like, because when it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's terrible. But you also gotta realize you gotta put yourself first, and you gotta like, you just gotta take care of yourself first before you worry about the next man. And it's not what you're going through, it gets better. That's all I can say. And for those who have went through it and want to share their story, I'm always open. I am a very understanding person. It just makes me happy to try to help people out in those circumstances. So if you ever feel like you need to talk about this, or like you just need advice, I'm always here. But that was my year of horror. Like, this was what I was going through, living, breathing. It was just hard. Like, I don't even know. But I'm gonna end the video here. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time. This was really what I was going through last year with my roommate. And this is why, like, we just wasn't getting along, because of all this shit that was happening. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed. I know this video is long awaited. I am forever grateful for you. Make sure you hit the like button. Feel free to comment your opinions. I'm just down for anything. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all, and have a beautiful rest of your day.
You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just trying to fuck.